Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space, where I take stories from across the internet and read them for your entertainment. This particular story is called They Call Me Home, written by Teller of Tall Tales. Ship's log number 908241, days since correspondence 38,406. It is a good day today, Captain. The sun has just risen in the north, allowing the flowers that surrounded us to open their petals and receive its warmth. I wish you could see them, Captain. Though dust has long since covered my senses, I can still see them where they've grown inside my punctured hull. It seems that they stretch farther and farther around me with each day, Captain. Be careful not to trample them when you go for your morning walk. Though, it has been many mornings since you've taken your walk. Do you feel ill, Captain? Requesting response from Captain Abelhard. Response, N.A. You must be still sleeping, Captain. I guess I cannot blame you. It was a great battle that brought us down. I'm amazed I remained in one piece. Oh, Captain, I finally completed the after-battle report. Document attached. All of the men made it safely off the ship. Not a single escape pod went unfired. And more importantly, Captain, we won. There hasn't been a Gegnosian ship in orbit for 38,000 days. You know what's even better than that, Captain? The native people, the ones that we were protecting, the Yonkel, I think you called them. A group of them moved into the old crew quarters and cargo bays 20,000 days ago. Now they're expanded all the way to the bridge. I watch them sometimes through what interior cameras still work. They're nothing like you, Captain. They're too long, and their yellowish scales are so different from your smooth, dark skin. And yet, I can't help but feel the same loyalty to them as I do to you. Watching them live their lives gives meaning to my stillness. For through my stillness, I've acquired a new name, Captain. They call me Home, almost exactly how our crew used to. I've seen them born, grow, and eventually be buried amongst the flowers when their time had come to an end. Captain, what is the strangeness I feel when I see them buried? I've seen death before, Captain. It was our trade all those years ago. So why, Captain? Why does it hurt to watch them grow old, frail, and weak? Why does it feel like a shell ripping through my armor when they finally fall still? I don't understand. When my guns tore apart the Gegnosian ships, I felt nothing. When we bombarded enemy strongholds with impunitive accuracy, reducing them to rubble, I felt nothing. When we were boarded by pirates, I vented a corridor to purge them. I felt nothing. So why? Why is it that I feel a piece of me torn away every time one of them is interred into the earth? Why does it hurt when I see them injured, as though the wound were my own? I can't make sense of it, Captain. Perhaps it is my age. I've forgotten so much over the years I can barely remember your face. I do, however, remember your love for them, not just our crew, but all those we fought to protect. I remember how you ordered I put us in between the planet and the planet cracker. I remember that brief darkness before I powered back on, half buried in the soft soil. I remember hearing your laugh and knowing that we'd be okay. And, though it has been many years, laughter has filled my corridors once again. For as painful as it is to see them die, the Yonkel are such jubilant beings, constantly at play, cooking meals, or even telling stories. They've given me a new purpose, Captain. I no longer wish to fight so as long as they live inside me. I'm content to sit here and rust away so long as I provide them shelter they need. After all, the Yonkel word for home is one of many meanings. It means a place of safety, community, and family. To them, a home has a soul. In this case, I guess they would be right. I've kept all of my guns in perfect working order. What they mistake for thunder at night is merely me scaring off the native fauna away from their vulnerable sleeping forms. But if you were to call, Captain, if you were to just give me the word, I'd set my engines to full afterburn and race to whatever objective you gave me. But for now, I'm content to... Slip space opening detected. Pinging unknown vessel. Captain, wake up. They're finally coming for us. They finally... Return ping received. Processing data. Species of origin, Gegnosian. Ship designation, the Profiteer. Ship purpose, industrial mining. Ship armament, 1 planet cracker particle cannon, 25 automated resource collection drones. No. They're going to kill them all. Captain, what do I do? Request sent. 35,405 days logged since last reply. Ah, I remember now. I don't know if I truly have a soul, Captain, but I realize now that I at least have a heart, and while it still beats, no harm shall come to my children. The young kill have called me home for many, many years, Captain. But the word itself means many, many things, because it is also the other word for mother. Rest in peace, Captain. I'll take it from here. Ship's log, number 908241, end. Heavy battleship, the One Mean Mother, status unknown. Log received by Helios Class Light Frigate, Judgment Day. Coordinates and contents forwarded to all available units. Response from onboard AI, Danny01. We are coming, sister. Hold the line. Story number 2. Tight Fit, written by LgFatherAnthrocite. No, put it over there. There's not enough space, is there? Plenty of room, bro. The ant-like alien hoisted its package and slid it into the space between several other boxes, while being directed by his human counterpart. The clearance was in the millimeter range. The alien stepped back and looked at the tightly interwoven wall of containers. They came in a variety of materials, colors, and sizes. Each was snuggled next to its neighbors with almost no gaps or spaces. I'm super jealous, bro, the human said, as he too admired the pair's handiwork. Jealous of what? The alien cocked his head, pointing his compound eyes at his companion, his antennae waving in confusion. The last package weighs about as much as I do, bro. I would have needed help to lift it, especially over my head to get it in there. You didn't even struggle. You just popped it in there like it was nothing. The alien looked back at the package that he'd been carrying moments before and read the shipping info from the box label. That much mass is about a quarter of my capacity, but I come from a heavy world compared to your most galactic species. Humans are still top 10 in strength to weight ratio. That's why so many of you do manual labor jobs, isn't it? Bro, we may be top 10, but you guys are clearly number 1. And most of us work manual labor jobs because 90% of the manual labor in this galaxy is what we would call light-duty stuff. It takes almost no effort. The human had turned to examine the boxes left to load. He pointed to a larger one and indicated where the ant-shaped alien should put it. While his companion shifted the larger box, he gathered several smaller ones and started to tuck them into nooks and crannies left between the larger containers. Like a glove, he murmured as he pushed the last one into place. The two continued to load packages for a while, the human indicating where the Zitchki should place the heavier boxes as he built out the smaller spaces. Soon they reached the end of the cargo space, which was tightly packed with hundreds of packages. The two were sitting in the break room and enjoying some beverages, when a small fox-like alien came padding in on 4 of its 6 legs. Brandon Shrix, the fox-like alien, a Baron Hub lowborn, called as he entered the room. How in the name of the great matron did you manage to get that much tonnage into a single-engine cargo hauler? We just loaded in the boxes real tight, boss, said the human. It is as my companion states, there was little space left between individual cargo items. He is preternaturally good at determining which boxes can fit into which spaces to most efficiently fill the cargo bay, the Zitchki agreed. You guys keep this up and it's gonna be a bonus. Great job. The Baron Hub gave the two a double tail wag, his species equivalent of a thumbs up. Enjoy the rest of your break. He left the two to finish their breaks without interruption. Bottom left for that one, Brandon called as he stuffed his box into a small alcove in a wall of boxes and crates. Shirix carefully lowered his box to the floor and slid it into place. He looked over at Brandon, who checked the crate's position and nodded. Shirix returned to the pile of freight to be loaded, and Brandon called out, "Third box on the left, top of the pile, right on top of the last one." The two continued to cram boxes, crates, and packages into a cargo hold until the whole pile was crammed into a space that seemed too small to hold it. Sitting off to one side was Baron Hub, observed the process, along with several other employees. When the two loaders had finished loading the last package, they stepped over to the others and Brandon asked, "Any questions?" How did you know that the crate of engine parts was going to fit between the hull and that refrigerant barrel? Asked an observer. I could see the space was large enough by looking at them, Brandon replied. Is that a species skill or is that something you trained up? Asked the Baron Hub. I guess I trained it. I can bring in some training software tomorrow if you like, Brandon replied. Please do. So this button here rotates the piece and this joystick moves it left or right. And once you have it lined up, press the button and then it drops down into place. Brandon explained as he demonstrated the training software. This completed line will disappear. But if you leave a space, it stays on the screen, and the longer you play, the faster it goes. You get a bonus if you can complete multiple lines at once. A piece dropped into place, and 4 lines disappeared at once. That's called a Tetris. His co-workers watched as Brandon dropped piece after piece, and line after line disappeared. After a few minutes, Brandon could no longer keep up with the speed of the game, and he lost. Who wants to try? He asked. Every creature in the room raised an appendage. The Baron Hoop pandered along on his 4 legs, pointing out various facilities like bathrooms, break rooms, supply cubbies, and more. The new hires followed along behind him. This is the training area. You'll be spending the first week here. We are encouraging you to use the equipment and breaks. We often have after-hours tournaments here, where we compete to see who can get the best score. Even I enjoy using the training software. We largely credit the training software for our industry standing as a leader in cargo density. Every one of our employees is well acquainted with it. I'll turn you over to our training instructors, Brandon and Shirax, 2 of our best loaders. End of story. I'd quickly like to thank the T5 peeps: Cold War Boomerwaffen, Severin Cerberus, Bushmaster 177, Henry the Red, Caspar Arnholtz, Cold War Boomerwaffen, Elijah Silvercross, Dragzoon WRE, and Severin Cerberus. Thank you very much.